All right, good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the market, see if we can't find something to trade this morning. Markets have been a little bit slow. The liquidity's been a little bit thin on the Forex and crypto side of things, anyways, that is. Stocks, we've had a couple nice little runners this week, but nothing major, right? Nothing major. So we're going to take a look at these things. Right now, I got Shiba Inu pulled up because Shiba Inu has broken out above its daily downtrend. Now, the thing that I'm not really too keen on is the size of the candles. I mean, you would think something like this, breaking out of something like that, would give you a nice, explosive move to the upside. We're not seeing that at all, not on Shiba Inu. If we go into the hourly time frame, though, you can see something here. Last night I took a small scalp on it just because it was coming into the support area for the first time since making this push higher. And I basically took a small scalp, but I did end up exiting that position, the whole position. I didn't leave on any, and now that I'm waking up and I'm seeing continuation, kind of wishing that I did leave on a small piece of that trade. But it has found support down here, and you're seeing a move away from it. Next potential area of resistance is going to be zero, or we'll just call it 36.54, which is that hourly close right there. So when price trades up into that, if price trades up into that, you could potentially see a little bit of resistance there. It is pulling back now, but I mean, there's nothing really from here to all the way down here to look for potential entries. If we go into the 30-minute, though, there is some stuff. You can potentially watch 35.47, see if that area holds the support for a push up into 36.54. But it looks okay. Bitcoin had a nice move. We know that. It traded right up into its daily downtrend, but it has since stalled. It also was into daily resistance right there at $48,884. So 48K, 48.8K. Right there, struggled. You did get a daily close above that level, though. Unfortunately, you have pulling back, but that's okay. When you come into an area like that, I do expect a little bit of resistance, and also the light volume makes it difficult for things to actually break out above these tough levels. So we'll see if Bitcoin is able to find lower high support for continuation to the upside. You can see here that we have broken down. There's a 4-hour support zone right there, and this candle broke down below it, and you are right now retesting that level to see if it wants to hold as potential resistance right there at $48,418. So if this level holds as resistance, that's going to be a decent short back down to potential resistance down here to see if that wants to hold as support. Now I have this level down here. And I have to speculate as to why I have that level there, because I don't remember putting that there. I was thinking that this would be it. Yeah, I don't see why that level is down there. That's not what I was looking for to be potential support. Now I don't even remember the level. I'm thinking that it was those wicks there. That's what it was right there. This hourly candle there. That resistance there. Because you can see that when that candle was put in and price traded away from it, since every time it came back up to that level, it acted as resistance. That's why I had that level there. So this is your first original breakout of the area. And then this is your coming back in and retesting it. You are getting a slight bounce, but nothing major, and that sucks. Usually what I want to see is a big bullish reaction off this level, and this right here could indicate or signal a potential bear trap. But if this holds as resistance and price rolls over and takes out the low of this candle, you will not have a bear trap. You will have continuation to the downside, and the next area is going to be down here around 47,918. This last swing high, that resistance level there, because there is nothing in this breakout move, right? It was such a strong move. There is really nothing there. So whenever that happens, you can either drop down into time frames, but then you're going to have a bunch of different levels, or you can just revert back over to the left from where the breakout occurs. All right, typically I don't like using levels past current price, because the synonym is once you trade to it, retest it, then go back to it and break out of it, come back and retest it. Or if you break down, these older levels, they hold less weight, right? Because price is making new support and resistance as time goes on. These older levels, they will come back into play sometimes, but the fresher, newer levels are the best ones. Good morning, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. That will be this Saturday. So I don't know if there'll be a members-only live stream Sunday, because I will be out of town. But if I do get back home early enough, I might do it in the evening instead of in the morning. So we'll see about that. All right, so that's it for Bitcoin and Shiba Inu. Let's go look real quick and just see quickly if there is any Forex pairs to trade. I want my Forex right there. And then once again, all we're doing is we're basically looking for stuff as close to zero as possible. And then here's €1 USD. But this is the thing on EURUSD. We were looking to short it yesterday morning in the Discord, right in this area, because after we broke out above this stuff here, no, this was where we were looking to short, apologies. When we were coming up into this, I was looking at this to be a potential stop run on these swing highs and then continue lower. Because if you go out to the daily and look at this, it is structured bearishly. Now you are at quarterly support though, and this is the thing. This becomes a difficult aspect right there. No, sorry, there. That is quarterly support. You are bouncing off from that. So that's why you're getting a bounce down here. Go back to the daily and you can see that you did get below it here, but since you traded back out of it and you've used that level as support multiple times, and now you're bouncing back up into daily res. So that's a support test. We were looking to get short because of this bearish candle, right? We were looking to get short because of that. Now, can someone get short here? Is this level going to hold? Obviously, we never know if a level is going to hold or not. And yeah, I mean, I still like it short. Let's get these moving averages up there. But we may see a bigger bounce before it does turn back around. All right, so here you go. You got your 21 exponential moving average. Yesterday closed above it. So that tells me that I'm not looking to short this asset, right? Because something has changed. The 21 exponential moving average was acting like resistance. You did get a close above it here, but you got that big bearish candle. And that's why when we traded back up into the daily Heath level yesterday, I was looking for that short. And it did not hold. So basically I was watching the swing highs. Those two swing highs. Let me stretch this out. As price was trading up, I was looking for these two swing highs to get, smoked. And then wick up into that 21 exponential moving average and see rejection. And once that rejection, and this is where we were looking, what I was looking for is a bearish reaction. That bearish reaction would have occurred, I would have been looking to short any pushes back up and then aiming at the low of day. And obviously that did not play out. You got a next 2 hours you've been stalling here, and then the third hour at 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when you got a break, closed above that level. So whenever you get an hourly close above the level, you got to stop trying to infect your will on the market. Do not try to short this asset, because price is literally telling you that it is bullish. We knew it was bullish. We were iffy about the trade right off the rip, and we did not take the trade, right? We did not take the trade because if this was going to be a stop run, a liquidity grab, whatever you want to call it, a run on these equal highs, you want to see price then rotate away from that area, because that indicates that once all the liquidity is ran, they then use that liquidity to push price lower. And the same goes for the upside. If you got an obvious level where wicks are multiple wicks at the same level, usually you'll get that push lower to go ahead and run all those stops, and also to stop out anybody that just got long thinking that that level is going to hold as support. push lower, stop everybody out, then use all those lower sellers to then buy, and push the market up. And that might be what's going on here. The dollar is printing what looks to be like an ascending wedge. That's typically a bearish pattern. I'm not a pattern trader, but like I said, I will always let you guys know when I see them, and it is doing that. So with this bullish strength yesterday, we were iffy about taking the trade. I was waiting for the rejection. The rejection didn't come. That hourly close above, that meant yesterday was a slow day. That was a slow day. I did take one trade yesterday, and that was on a stock, and it was successful. But in FX, it's been very slow. Other than the one USDJPY trade that we took early into the week, that's the only thing that we've been able to find or trade this week. So it's been very slow. Usually you can get anywhere between 2 to 4 entries in FX. Not this week. Haven't seen anything I like. The reason for it is because the dollar is trading sideways. Look at this nonstop chop. This is the stuff right here that nukes new traders' accounts, is this stuff. Because you're thinking that you're going to see continuation from this. People don't realize that price typically does trade sideways. It trades sideways more than it trends. We had a nice trend coming into the end of the year. You have portfolio rebalancement. You have the first of the year coming up. Typically, people are looking. If an asset is around the lows, the old adage is buy it at January, right? So people might be looking to sell the dollar or buy euro because the trend back to the upside provides a nice opportunity. Going to the downside, the juice is already squeezed out of the lemon. There's not much left to squeeze out. But you have a lot of upside. A lot of upside, right? So we'll see what happens. This thing is not making that wedge. Let me go back over here so I can just show you the dollar real quick and we'll move on. See? That's a wedge. Let's get rid of that. Don't know what that was for. Right? You're doing something like this. So you're wedging up. This is typically a bearish pattern or looked at for bearish pattern to start or a bearish breakdown. And price looks like it is absolutely trying to break down. Right? There's dollar support. This is old Q support. That means it's the quarterly level. And that was here. That's what stalled this advance in its tracks. Right? There. Why is that candle support? Because it's the lowest close before the breakdown. All right? Here's your breakdown. So that indicates, and by the size of this candle, putting it real close to the midpoint range, that's your level. Traded back up into it, and you have halted in your tracks. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking for the dollar to break down. Next area of potential support is going to be a 95.523. That's if you take out 95.892. Right? You still got multiple supports below you. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if this is going to break down. I'm not looking for it to break down because of the pattern. I'm looking for it to break down because of the way it has stalled. It has stalled out. This is supply here. So you had the bull trap, right? And that's what I'm looking at. There's your supply zone. There's a bull trap. It's not quite a trap yet. It's not a trap until you take out that candle's low. But it looks like you're aiming for that. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. So we're not looking for shorts on EURUSD. There is a lot of stuff up here that we can actually target for bullish entries. First and foremost, I would say this. Did we get it yesterday? We did get it yesterday. We didn't take it out, but we traded close enough to it. That probably would have stopped out most people. So the next area, next bullish target would be that wick high. And you are testing the open now. So what I would do is I would look for bullish entries, but I didn't see anything, right? Because of this. This is what intraday looks like. Here is your daily open. So it doesn't look bullish, does it? This is your daily range right here from this candle. So forget about all of this back here. All we're looking at is this price action here, because that's the daily range. That's what we're looking to capitalize on. This stuff. We're looking for either the trend to continue to the downside, or we're looking for it to find resistance or break back out above this, find support, and then go higher and attack this target here. But we'll have to see what happens. It does look bearish today. So it's like when price is doing this, it makes it very difficult. And I don't trade it. I won't trade it. It's as simple as that. Why trade something that you don't have any idea what it's doing or why it's doing it? Typically, all strategies are usually better in trending conditions, and we just don't have trending conditions right now. The dollar's trading sideways, so a lot of your pairs are trading sideways. There's your close right there, and you did close above the open on an hourly closing basis. Now, this is Forex.com, so that might be different on AUDA. We can go look. Yes, it is. See, on AUDA, you did not close above your daily open. So just keep it on watch. I mean, if it does stall here, I will be looking to take it down to the low of day. All right, if we do stall here, even though that we are up at this daily resistance, I would look for this to continue to the downside. This is a strong move. Here comes your rejection. Yeah, I mean, this is a short. This looks more like a short. This is a short. So I swear to God, man, sometimes I get so annoyed. This is what I was looking for to happen yesterday. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to still work out, but with this move that you had, and this being the open of the day, and you are getting rejection, any pushback up into that could be looked at as a possible entry on EURUSD. And of course, your target is going to be the daily low. But since you have a bearish candle down here on the low of day, you have to potentially make your target there, because that is a demand zone. So when price trades back down into there and reaches for this, that's where you want to be taking your profits, 2/3 of your position. Then you move your stop down to break even. This way, if price bounces and comes back up and takes you out, at least you took money out of the trade. Here's another. I know it's a 5-minute chart, guys, but I'm telling you, these candles respect each other like you can't even imagine. Here's resistance here, right? 5-minute bullish close sets in a resistance level for 3 5-minute sessions. After it treats that level as resistance, there's your breakout. Here's your comeback, your retest of that 5-minute resistance. There it is. Boom. So, I mean, this is why I focus. This is why all my emphasis is on candles alone, right? No volume, no nothing, just candles. What are the candles doing? So continue to watch the open on EURUSD. If it is not able to get back above this stuff up here, then you might want to look for that short targeting 1.13144. All right. And this is a swing low. So potentially what I would want to see is I definitely want to see a close below this swing low. Then on that bounce back up, if you get a bounce back up, that's where you want to look to take the short. You don't want to take it here, because if it can't get back under this support or this 5-minute swing low, then basically price is just going to continue to run up because it's testing support, right? You're still yet testing support. But I mean, this looks like a short, right? We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see what pound dollar is doing. Let's get off of the 5-minute chart. Pound dollar has been extraordinarily bullish the last 3 days. We were looking for this to hold as resistance. It did not. Boom, cut right through it. This is why we don't just randomly short at these targets or these areas. Look what happens when price trades into it. We know that's daily resistance. I don't care what this looks like. But when price trades back up into it, look how you get a bearish reaction off the level. as soon as you trade up into it, that's daily resistance, not because he said so, because price did. There's daily res, hourly trades up into it, hits daily resistance, and instantly you reject. But your rejection is not big or long. It just comes down here, doesn't even test the midpoint of this bullish candle. That lets you know that an asset's strong. You could just look at the last few hours and you can see that this asset was strong, moving up quickly. You do not want to short against that. Never, ever do you want to short something that's showing that much momentum, right? Look at how violent and straight up price is. If it was printing hourly like this, making little up moves, you know what I mean, like little waves, then you could potentially watch to short that. But if something's going just straight up, that means the market is repricing in something. Some fundamental thing is being priced into this market. You stay away from it. And it's been just continuing to just go up. So, I mean, next area of potential support or resistance would be up here at that supply zone. But at this point, we'll see what happens. I don't think you've broken up. Yeah, you have. Any daily downtrend there has been crushed. Yeah, you crushed it on the lows. See, this is the problem about using these daily downtrends. Price can just trade sideways and break out of them. But your trend has changed regardless, right? That was the trend, you changed. Here is the lows. There's your impulse to the upside. Here is your correction. There is your higher high. So you have high, higher low, higher high. This is higher than this low here. Just barely, but it is a higher low. So there's your first higher high, higher low sequence, bullish continuation. So there, the 4-hour supply is a little bit easier to see. So we'll mark that one. Big Christmas love for Trade Talk and it's all of its supporters. Yeah, thank you for that, Tom. Merry Christmas to all of you. Once again, Christmas will be here in just 2 days. And I mean, we are kind of sort of seeing a Santa Claus rally, but nothing major. Well, I guess it has been pretty good the last couple days, huh? I haven't been paying attention to S&P 500. Nice push up. So you're right back into all-time highs on the S&P 500. It's insane. It's just sideways price action, just like the dollar. It's just sideways price action. So we'll see whatever the dollar does, because the dollar is basically keeping everything in this range. The dollar's in a range. This is in a range. Pretty much everything's in a range except Pound USD. It's breaking out. So I guess we'll look for potential support holds. Why? Will we change our bias around? Because it's the first of the year. It's a potential to get in on a bottom of a bullish yearly candle. So we were looking for pullbacks on the pound. We won't be looking for pullbacks back into 132.670. I'd want to see it hold there if it does. That's about as low as I'd want to see it go for continuation. Mana's not doing anything. It's ranging at the lows, but Mana hasn't even broke out. I mean, Bitcoin technically hasn't broke out either, right? Bitcoin has not broke out either. If the dollar starts to head lower, though, you can look for that breakout on Bitcoin. Next resistance is $50,114. So there, if you do get a breakout, that's where I'd look for resistance to catch. But we'll see what happens on it. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back to my Forex and see if there's anything else other than EURUSD. Japanese yen index, but that market's closed. USD Swissy. Oh man, it's at support though. So I mean, that looks bearish to me. I was looking for a bearish move on the USDJPY also, and that move did not work out. It's still finding upside, but that's the weakness from the yen. So these are piano keys, right? That's complete and total sideways chop. You get wrecked if you try to trade in that. I'll show you what I mean. Like, here's resistance. and you push up, push up, push up. You even get a close above resistance 2 days. Look at this crazy, insane day. And then boom. So just in these 2 days right here, basically stopped everybody out. And then you print more piano keys. Now you're at support. So, I mean, yeah, there's a potential there for continuation to the downside, but I wouldn't trade it. You're right at support. Trying to short something into support, it's not a good idea. It's not a good look. And then obviously the big mover, USD, Turkish lira, you are finding more resistance. This thing is heading lower. There's 8-hour support. That's where it bounced from. So when you had this blow off top, there's where you bounced from, and you basically traded sideways for a few days, and now you're moving lower. Or is that just 1 day? No, this is the 1 hour chart. I thought it was on the 8-hour chart. Jesus, it's too early in the morning, guys. So yesterday we traded sideways all day and then got the breakdown, and you're testing 8-hour support again. So once you take out this swing low down here, look out for a breakout back to the upside. The reason is this is a 40% move. That's the biggest move in Forex history. The biggest move ever. It is bigger than the USD Swissy when the Swiss franc released the peg and that market dropped. That was the biggest move. But now this move is almost 1.5 times bigger than that other move in percentage gains or percentage losses. So here you are, you're taking out that swing low right now. So if you take out this swing low, right, and you get like a nasty bullish bounce, if you can trade this asset, maybe look to buy it. Let me show you why. I mean, there is potential that this keeps going lower, because the reason this happened is because of what the Turkish government's doing, right? They're changing stuff. Once that change happened, you just lost support. You lost all that buying pressure, and boom, man, I tell you what, that would have been nice to be in that. Looking to short that. Whoever shorted that, they got paid. That was a big move. So we'll see if it finds support. Let's go look at Euro Swissy real quick, just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so here it is, right? This is when the peg drops. Let's get into it so we can see it here. This is a 2-week time frame. Big, strong move to the downside, liquidated so many people, and this put tons of brokerages out of business. This right here, because so many people lost money. The peg was in, right? It can't go lower than this. That's what everybody thought. And boom. Big move to the downside. That entire move was retraced. And look at this entry here. Bing. I mean, you cannot get no better than that, guys. You just can't. There's the tack. Ding. Ring the bell. That was a retracement. Basically, this seriously screwed up everything, and that left a big void in price, or like a gap, if you will. Some people call them different things. Different technical analysts call these different things. It's like the word won't come to my mind. It's too early. Waking up slightly hungover doesn't help. Whatever, I can't think of it. But anyways, it's just retracing this move, right? It's an inefficiency in the market. And this just retraces it. Goes right back up to the very price, the same price that it occurred from. Once this happened, there we are, right? So, yeah, that's what could potentially happen on the other one. Potentially. Doesn't mean it will, but that's what I would be looking for. I would be looking for a big pullback, at least a little one. Where did it go? There it is. So it just depends on what the Turkish government does. Wow, you're getting a drop. See, now that's liquidation. Liquidation. You can see how big that candle got just because it got below that support. That's because stupid idiots put their stops below there. Not stupid idiots, I should take that back. Because if I took this long, that's where my stop would have been too, right? But that's why you get this. You are liquidating everybody. And the move is very far down, so that way there's no chance anybody had to stop that low. Or the majority of them, right? So now we'll start to look to see if this thing starts to slide back to the upside. And if it does, we'll look for bullish entries to capitalize on it. And in this scenario, though, since the government is the one in control of this move, what I would potentially do is if it does hold and it starts to go up, I would potentially look to exit that position around the 50% retracement of this main swing. Because then you could see, boom, more rollover. Especially if the dollar breaks down. Right? Because you got the Turkish lira strengthening as the DXY is weakening. You can see continued bearishness on this asset. So we'll see what happens. And also the last one, and then I'll answer questions, is the USDCNH, the Chinese Yuan. China is talking about selling its currency because it's had a nice bullish run. Look at this. Fan-freaking-tastic. What a trend, right? So now that it's had a big, nice, bullish run like that, they're thinking about selling the currency, weakening it, so to speak. If they do that, as long as it's weaker than the dollar, this could be a potential reversal. And it's happening right around the first of the year. So we're going to be watching the USDCNH for support. Next level of support is down here at 6.36334. That's if this support doesn't hold. This support here, if this doesn't hold, this will be the potential next area where we can look for those buying opportunities. Timing this is going to be difficult because if China is going to do it, if it's not just a rumor or a hit piece in Bloomberg, if it's actually going to occur, the Chinese government's going to need a lot of liquidity to push that through. So how do you get liquidity? Well, you stop out people. So we'll see what happens. But these are the first two potential support zones we'll look for. If this support zone holds, we're going to look for bullish entries on this for, like I said, longer term trend. This is not a day trade. This is not a day trade. We will take it as a day trade, but we will potentially be looking to hold on to this one for a while. Because there's no telling how far this thing can go if they decide to weaken their own currency. And that's a big move. Right? Let's see how many pips that would be just from here to there. So 1,500 pips. That'd be nice. Obviously, it'll take a long time for it to do it, but we'll see what happens, guys. Those are basically it. That's it. That's all I'm looking at on Forex. Euro Swissy, yeah, we just looked at it. Oh, are you talking about for a trade today, Mr. Tom? Let's go look at it. Yeah, it is there, ain't it? I mean, oh man. That's just so bad, ain't it? So bad. What happened? Man, I can't believe I missed that. All these big moves. I caught the pound yen, but I did not catch this. Thank you so much, K4 Liberty, for the super chat, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. And you guys are welcome, right? You guys are the reason I do it. I want you guys to understand how to analyze these charts the right way. Quit doing it the wrong way. And I say it's the wrong way because it simply is. I mean, I found YouTube shipped me up a guy's channel yesterday. Got 276,000 subscribers. And all he's doing is talking about the most generic technical analysis I've ever seen in my life. And people eat that stuff up. And that is not how it works. But anyways, moving on. It does look like we're potentially going to see something here, Tom. I do not like trading the Swiss pairs because it's obvious why. It's wicky and sideways a lot of the times. But you are testing the open, right? This is your open. Nope. This is your open. Look at this. Nice little push lower. Then there's your move higher. Stop everybody out. And let's go. Moving lower. So if you were going to enter, Tom, you might have wanted to enter on the top of this hourly candle here. Right? So if you're still looking for bearish entries on this, you don't have a target. Right? Your low of day was just taken out an hour ago. This was your low of day here. That's your low on the day. That's low of day. That would be bearish targets. This candle just smoked low of day. All right, so the high probable trade is gone. We know that if we're going to look to get in a trend on a day trade, we're looking to capitalize on the intraday range expansion, looking for the high or low to be taken out. That's the high probable setup. Since you've taken out the low, there is no high probable setup anymore. Right? I would not take this trade. It's also on the lows, like lows, down here. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But if the EURUSD catches a bid, this will too. You're probably seeing it go lower because EURUSD might be. But if it does go lower, I would just be looking for it to go lower for a day or so. Look for it to go lower for a day or so. But we'll keep an eye on it. The high probable trade is gone on that, which means the high probable trade is probably done on EURUSD too. And I just didn't even bring that up. Yeah, you took out your low a day. This candle was your low of day. So that was the high probable setup. Now you have a new low of day though. And it looks like, Jesus. That was the entry. Or you might get another chance at it for this 6 to 7 candle. If it goes back up to this, look for bearish entries, and then this is your target, right? From there to there. Is the range big enough for that even? No, it's not. That's only 13 pips. So, yeah, I probably won't trade today, guys. I mean, this was the favorite one on the day, and it's halfway there. So we'll probably just leave it alone. Pound New Zealand. Another one of the pairs that I hate to trade. I don't like trading New Zealand and Swissy pairs. Main reason is the spread. Look, if I want to try to trade this asset. This is Forex.com's brokerage, though. It's 8.1 pips. Like, I usually look to trade stuff 15 pips and bigger. So that's half of my target. Half of my initial position is gone in just the spread. But it is trading up into resistance. You did take out this swing high. I guess watch to see if it rejects. I don't know. Where's your... I mean, you're bullish on the day. Even though you were bearish. This is 3 o'clock. That's your London open. I wouldn't be looking to short it. I wouldn't be looking to go long here. But any pullback could potentially be looked at as a buying opportunity. You'd be targeting the new high of day, which would be that Wix high right there. But you can't buy it into resistance. And you don't want to short it because it's bullish. Right? We know it's bullish. Look at this massive wick to the downside. This is your London open. This is nothing but a liquidity grab. And then boom. Straight to the upside. That is bullish. But, I mean, it can change. It absolutely can change. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens. I don't like it, though. Cassidy wants to look at Matic USDT. Let's go look at it. There it is. Let's get on the daily so we can analyze this monstrosity. Man, this thing is strong. What is all this? You're like, I don't know if this is all-time highs. I think it is all-time highs. Yeah, you're at all-time highs. So, I mean, the trade was at support. down here, there's your bearish candle, right? The close of that bearish candle, that would have been support. This would have been your trade right there, right? You could have watched for demand, or you could have just watched support. That's what we teach on. It's what I teach over here. So once you break out, here, there's your breakout. That's daily res. There's the breakout. Here's a retest of support. We know bearish closes are support. We know bearish opens are demand. There it is. That's your trade. That's your entry to the upside. Obviously, we don't never know if it's going to continue to the upside. And it is easier to spot these in hindsight. But if you train your brain the way that I have trained mine over the years, that's when you're taking your entries. Not all of them will be successful. This is why I stress so much how important risk management is. It's so important. All these setups won't work. You can lose 15 or 20 trades in a row. It is possible, no matter what any stupid YouTube guru says. You can lose a lot. So risk small, aim small, miss small. That's my slogan. It's also a slogan from snipers. So we'll see what happens. There's daily, that's your all-time high. There's nothing to do here. If you do get a pullback, you'd have to go in a shorter term time frame chart. So you're potentially at 8-hour support now. If you're looking for that bullish breakout on Matic, this is going to potentially be support. And then down here. So these are your two areas. I would not look to buy it here. I mean, this level can hold, absolutely, but you're so close to the high. Let's go ahead and mark it, because that will be a target. Even if Bitcoin fails to go higher. Like, this is not me calling Bitcoin's top. I'm just saying, using this as a hypothetical, okay? They make that really, really bold out there, because there's one guy in particular, or one person in particular, that likes to call me out. All right, so hypothetically, if Bitcoin has reached its top and it is going to start a bear market phase, what you're likely to see on Matic is a push up here, smoke all the liquidity, and then roll over. Unless it's going to continue to be strong. I've heard a lot of new theories out there. Some people are saying that Bitcoin isn't going to ever see a bear market again. That is so ludicrous. I can't believe people are saying that. So ludicrous, man. Bitcoin is never going to see another bear market. Jeez. But if it does, that's what we're going to potentially look for on it. But we can use this to our advantage, right? Because we know that is potentially the target. So if Matic pulls back, if it holds support here and you're looking for a day trade, that's different. Just make sure if you're looking to take a day trade, you are taking profits at the daily high, right? Your objective will be the daily high. If it works out, then you will take 2/3 of your position off, or if you're using KuCoin, 75%, move your stop to break even and let that other quarter run up into that swing high, right? Then you can break down that position even more if you want, and then see if you get bullish continuation. If you do, fantastic, you're in it. If you don't, no big deal. You made money on the trade. So watch this one first. You do have hourly support down here at 245, so keep that in mind as well. So 3 potential zones of support. Here, here, and here. So just keep it on watch. Thank you, Bradley, for the super chat. Thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas to you, my friend, as well. And it says go somewhere nice, Heath, and cheers. Get your lady one too. We're gonna leave. Probably tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Let me see here. Can I look at Cody? Yeah, let me move up a little bit though, because I did see something else. Yeah, everything on the videos. I don't hold nothing back on these videos. BAT. If you see a long setup on DOT and BAT, we can go look. That's for sure. I don't know if I shorted BAT. I took profits on BAT at the bottom. Let me see here. But I'm not short. I'm not short anymore. I took profits on it. I did short it though. I shorted the top even. I took profits on this move here. That was a fantastic trade. That was like, it was insane. It looks okay. It's bottomed out, so we think that it's potentially found a low. Most of these cryptos are going to rely on what Bitcoin has done. This is your lowest support that has not seen a daily close below it. Right? Now, you did put in an intra range support here. And on this day here, you pushed back down into it. You didn't get all the way into it, but you did push low enough for potential entry. But the problem is people just can't train their minds. They see a bearish candle, think it's the end of the world. But that's typically where you're looking for your bullish entries. But the way to do that is you don't have to take it on the bearish day, because then you're essentially buying a falling knife. But the next day you retested halfway down into that wick. That would have been the buying opportunity. And I bet you if we break this chart down, let's go here. Let's do it like this. There's no bullish entry on it right now, Danny. Specifically, simply because you're at the high of day, right? You're at the high of day, and you're above daily res. So that there's daily resistance. See how it closes today. If you close above that, then you're potentially going to be looking for support to hold around 117 or something. There's no entry on it today, though. But I just want to go check something real quick. So remember how I said that intraday there's something there to trade? There it is. There's your daily Heath level. Hourly. So here's the push down. You don't buy this. It's coming in to test daily support because that's a falling knife, right? And it's coming in hot. So you don't buy this. But if you are bullish, and you would have been looking at the chart, this is nothing more than a pullback. That's your entry, right? There's your breakout. Set in a demand zone. Price pulls back, tests the demand zone, and then booyah. See ya. Those are the entries you're looking for. Always trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Right? This strategy works best on trending markets. As long as it works really good in sideways markets too, as long as you are taking profits, not looking for breakouts. But there it is. It's breaking out. That was the potential entry on BAT. So wait for another support test. You just have to. And then here, right? Another one. Tell me these levels don't work. There's resistance. There's the breakout above resistance. Price trades all the way up there, comes back, closes. At the close, you get 1 minute or two. Price trades down right into that resistance. Boom. Right? Trust me, man. I ain't joking. This stuff works. And then, what was the other one? BAT and DOT. They look good for continuation. Yeah, BAT looks like it's trying to make its bullish climb. And since you did break out here, your next target is potentially, or next resistance is all the way at 136. So if this thing will hold up, right, find some support somewhere, look for the support on the daily. So it has to come back to 117. You could potentially find support on the 8 or 4 hour as well, right? There is no dailies. Look at the 8 and 4 hour. Booyah. There's an 8 hour Heath level. So watch for that. One spot, 19. $1.19. Look for potential bullish entries targeting for 136 on BAT. That's longer term. Probably won't happen today. And then DOT. Let's go look at DOT. And then I'll have to wrap it up, unfortunately, guys. Where we at? We're on where we want to be. I'm so out of it this morning. Stay away from alcohol, kids. It's bad stuff. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're looking at on the daily. DOT got crushed. See, people were looking for this to continue higher once it broke out because they were doing that auction, trying to get the liquidity smashed. Man, that was such a farce. That did not work out. Just straight down. So it got crushed with Bitcoin. It's putting in some similar pattern to Bitcoin right now. So what I would wait on is I would wait on the daily downtrend to be positively broke out, which you have positively broken out. All right, so moving on. All right, so there's your old resistance level. There's your breakout. So watch for potential pullback in a 25.48. 25 spot 48. If you do get that pullback, look for bullish entries there. Targeting that, right? From there to there, that'll be your first target. 2/3 of the position off spot. Stop to break even and then let it ride. Because even if you do just have, a quarter of the initial position size on, if you take a big position, that's still going to equal like a 1% trade. If you're risking, most people aren't risking 1% on crypto. It's just the facts. Most KuCoin won't allow you to do it. You have to do math to do it. But look for that right there, man. That looks like a potential good spot. Let's look, though, and see what's going on. You're still below all your major moving averages, so I definitely would want to see that get above the 21 first. So I don't know. There's resistance. I mean, you have multiple resistance levels. There was resistance. There's the breakout. You're testing the 21. That's why you're seeing a pullback. Look for that potential entry there and aim for that, right? Just aim for the 21. What I'd like for it to see it do is like break out, get above this resistance level, hit the 200 exponential moving average, and then base around the 21 and then move higher. So that's what I would wait on. See, BAT is structured as bullish as crap. You see how the difference is between the two? If I go back to DOT, I mean, everything's above price on DOT. Everything. You haven't even got above your 21. So this asset is much weaker than BAT. BAT is up 5% on the day. All of your major moving averages are below price. RSI is reaching above that 50 spot. So another test of the 50 spot, that is going to be a potential bullish entry. You can set an alert on the RSI as well. And I just did. So I will get alert if BAT RSI trades back down there, close to the 50 here, as that will put me on watch for bullish entries on BAT, targeting 136. All right, guys, unfortunately I have to wrap it up. I could do it all day, but I got stuff to do this morning. So yeah, gotta wrap it up. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I want you guys to have a Merry Christmas. Let trading go for a day. I'm pretty sure the Forex markets will be closed on Christmas and New Year's Day. Those are the only 2 days that I know that it closes. So, all right. But it's the weekend anyway, so it'll be closed. So, yeah. You guys have a fantastic day. Well, that didn't work. I'm already getting an alert. So, whatever. That alert did not work out at all. All right. You guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you trade safe. Oh, before I say that, if you're new to the channel and you have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section below. After YouTube gets done processing this video, sometimes it takes them a little while to process them, but after it's processed, just drop a question. I try to answer them all. You guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you trade safe. Make sure you trade smart. And as always, happy trading, everybody.